Okay.
Yeah, good.
I want to add a note. Anyone
Yes,
can cancel the policy after issued also during that waiting period or lookup period. How
yes,
many
that
days
is
for that in
available.
HDFC, sir? How many
15
days that?
days.
15 days, right?
It is common for all insurance companies. 15 days free look-in period is there. That means if the customer finds that whatever presented to him, it is different from the details or data mentioned in the document.
Mm.
Okay, they can
Okay.
cancel the policy. That process is called as free look policy, free look arrangement.
Mm, 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 mm.
Yeah,
From
okay.
the date of receiving the document, 15 days.
Okay. Through
Yes.
online or through a hard copy, this one date.
So if actually they would have received the document, right? Physical document, so they can use the physical document itself. But if they have opted for e-insurance account, so
Okay.
in that case they can do it with the soft copy itself.
Okay.
The only thing is in our system it will show that it is free look cancelled. That's all. That's
Mm-mm-mm.
what is needed now,
Yeah, okay.
and the amount will be returned back. That's all.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So the next question: how much
Hmm.
should the sum insured and the maturity year or the
Hmm.
policy year should be taken?
Yeah. So if it is a term plan, okay, if
Yeah.
it is a term plan, someone should depends on the age and the income. As simple as that.
Yeah.
Mm.
So term can change. As I told, I would personally prefer 75 age.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
some may
Mm.
think that they will survive beyond that. They need 80 till 85. That can be there.
Mm.
But sum assured should be the HLV should be based on the age and the income. Okay.
Okay.
Sir, can you
Yes.
give me
That's
the
what.
thumb rule, because there are so many calculations to calculate the
Yeah.
human value, life
So
value.
thumb rule
And being
says,
the
yeah,
common man, can you give me some guess how to
yeah.
calculate?
If age is between 18 to 35,
Okay.
okay, they need to provide longer term for their family. Correct.
Sure.
Okay. So the income multiple is also longer. That means 25 to 35
Mm.
times multiple can be given.
Okay.
Okay. Similarly, if age keeps on increasing, this multiple keeps on decreasing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Inversely
Say
proportional.
it's a proportion, inversely proportional. So
Okay.
logic is if the person's age is 55, he need not provide for his family, no.
Yeah, the
So
liabilities is
hardly
coming
five
down.
times is enough.
Okay. Okay.
So that is the reason. So younger
Okay.
the age, higher the income multiple.
Uh,
Understood.
Actually, the insurance companies are
Hmm.
going to give summonses from the age and this calculation, human life value. But one,
Yes.
if he goes to choose by himself, I
Hmm.
think he has to choose the annual income or his expenses, the monthly expenses.
See,
Like,
yeah, very good question. So normally while calculating exact human life value, actually we should calculate the expenses because that is the amount that is going to be lost for his family.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
yes,
But it is extremely difficult to design a premium or design a sum assured with the expenses calculation. That is why all the insurance company will take a income as a whole. Okay,
Mm.
income as a whole.
okay.
Okay, because one may have say for example someone is earning 10 lakhs per annum. If you can ask him how much you provide, you set aside for his family, it will not be easy for them to tell. No,
Mm.
for some
Mm.
months they may spend higher amount for their family, or for some months they may spend no amount for their family. So it may not be workable. But while
Mm.
calculating exact human life value, that is an important factor.
Okay.
Yes.
One more option on this, sir. Someone like
Yes.
they dreamed of a standard of life, like say
Hmm.
their current standard of life will be there something. Then
Okay.
they have a opinion or dreamed like they want the kids goes to such schools, and they have a retirement
Hmm.
plan that for that someone should need.
Hmm.
Even if he died, his family will continue to the life, right? So and the marriage expenses, general
Hmm.
common goals for every family man. So
Yes.
and liabilities. If we take these values, if
Hmm.
we summarize, like
Hmm.
someone going to take policy, maybe he dies in 3 years or 4 years,
Hmm.
and if he can we suggest him to take that someone sir according to his dreams life, even if he is not present, his
Hmm.
dreams will be going on like that.
Yeah.
Can he take?
Yeah. So good question again, but insurance has one rule. Okay, it's a common global rule that you cannot take insurance for profit. That is why human life value concept was designed actually. What is exactly what should be your loss? Only to that extent I should compensate. Okay, so you cannot take
Okay.
insurance for profitability, and that is why age and income is a criteria, particularly in term insurance. But if one wants to increase the standard of living, okay, during his retirement period or during his lifetime, or want to educate his child in a very good school or a very good education he wants to give, then he can go for n number of investment strategies. Investments. You have to go to the investments. You cannot buy that in an insurance. In insurance, you cannot get profit. As simple as that.
Thank you, sir. That's a nice
Yes.
answer. Thank you.
Good.
The next question, sir. The claim settlement ratio.
Yes.
Most of the people, they are looking the claim settlement ratio for the current year, and they are choosing their company, which
Mm.
company they do. But it's changing every year. So, what is
Yes.
your opinion on this? How they to
Good
choose?
question. This is also a very valid question.
Yes.
So when it comes to claim settlement ratio, okay, so you said that whether I should look for a history, claim settlement
Historical, yeah.
history, historical data, or should I look for the current data, right?
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, sir. Yeah, Manikandan.
Before moving to the claim settlement ratio, first let us
Yes.
understand, we can
Mm.
explain to our viewers what is the claim settlement ratio.
That's what I am.
So,
That's what I'm going to explain now.
mm,
Okay. What is claim settlement ratio? We need to understand.
yeah.
Okay. So claim settlement, why it is very important? Because in insurance business, settling the claims is very important.
Mm,
Because we are not only selling a maturity product, right? Every product has a death benefit imbibed into it. Okay. So if death happens, how the amount is paid to the customer. So
mm,
that is where the claim settlement comes to, is very important to the customer. Then what is claim settlement ratio? Is very simple. Say for example, for a X company, 100 claims were reported, death claims. Okay, 100 claims were reported. So that company goes through the claims. Okay, they investigates. Okay, everything is done, and out of that 100, okay, 100 claim requests, how many claim requests were
settled.
approved? First of all,
Mm,
we have to approve the claim request. Okay, after approval, we have to settle the claim. So out of the 100 claim request, how many were approved?
mm,
That is the claim settlement ratio. So if out of 100, if I approve 99 claim proposals, okay, then my claim settlement ratio is 99%. Okay, maintaining 99% with 100 proposals is very easy, but maintaining above 99% claim settlement ratio with thousands and thousands of claims is very challenging.
yeah,
Challenging in
true.
the sense, the real challenge comes not on the claim request. The real challenge claim comes on how we issue the policy.
Mm,
It is directly linked to that.
mm,
If
mm,
at all, if any company, okay, issues the policy very easily, then please take note, the claim settlement will be a tougher part for them.
yeah.
Okay, issuance of the policy should be tougher. Okay, tougher in the sense
Good.
they should not deviate any process.
Mm.
Okay,
Okay.
so they should not deviate.
Okay.
Yeah,
But is it so mandatory to look into the claim settlement ratio as a customer to take the policy?
of course, it can be one of the factor to determine, but it is not the only factor to determine. So
Okay.
that's what I said. No, so there is an X company which settled 99 claims out of 100 requests. Okay, and there is a Y company which settled, okay, 9,999 claims out of 10,000 claims. So which
Mm,
is better?
Oh, 10,000 is a better.
That's better.
Mm.
Though the ratio may be same,
Yes.
but out of how many claim requests they could maintain the same ratio. That is very, very important.
True. Yes.
That too, in that too, how many claim requests were coming from term insurance policy? That is also very important.
Okay.
So that's where HDFC Life stands. Okay, so if you can see now, LIC, they settle more number of claims, but most of their claims were savings and investment claims.
Yeah, ULIP and endowment only.
Endowment plans. Okay,
Yeah.
even private insurance companies only, they predominantly look for term plans. Okay, so they sell term plans. Out of private life insurance company, there are very few companies which settle more number of term plan claims. That means, first of all, they should sell more number of term plans, right? There should be some push for the term plans.
Okay.
There are companies which has a very good term plan. Please understand, they have very good term plan, comparatively cheaper with so many options, variants, but they are not pushing the selling.
Okay.
That is also very important.
So,
Yes.
so while we are discussing about this ratio, I heard while talking about term insurance, one more ratio is solvency ratio.
Yes.
So, do we need to look that?
Definitely. Solvency ratio is one of the factor that should be looked upon. But the advantage for us is that as long as the company is doing business in India, that means they do life insurance business in India, they cannot do business without having a good solvency ratio. As simple as that. They cannot do.
Okay.
All the companies will have a very good solvency ratio, because if they don't have, they cannot do business.
Okay.
But that cannot be the only factor. As again, that may be one of the factors, but that should not be the only factor. All insurance companies will have a decent solvency ratio.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, next question. Now, compared to the previous, now we can see so many advertisements in the internet or the TVs about the term insurance. So many actors also popularizing that. So, one, how to choose his company, and what is the advantage HDFC Life provides to the
Very
new
good.
customers?
Okay. So before choosing a term plan, there are certain things that you should look upon. That's true. Okay. One, as you all told, the claim settlement ratio is equally important. There is no denying that. Claim settlement ratio should be above 98, at least 98%. Okay. But before that, as we discussed earlier, how the term plan is processed, first of all, that is important. Which company has a steady process behind that? That is very important, because term plan, if it is issued without any process, then there will be a problem at the claim settlement. There should be some process.
They may reject a later stage.
Reject later stage. They may say that you have not declared that thing, this thing, etc. Okay. There may be some, there will be some problem. Okay. That should have a separate guidelines for that, underwriting guidelines, like we have in HDFC Life. So it's a separate underwriting guidelines. Okay. You cannot deviate the process. You may also experience, right? You have sold so many term plans. Okay. You might have you might have got frustration also sometimes. Correct? You should have got frustration in HDFC Life.
Not sometimes.
Many times. Okay. That should come.
Precisely saying we don't have the trust.
That should come as far as term plan is concerned.
Actually, we face some customers, they declare very lately, not in the initial stage. They declare lately when the video medical is done or when the physical medical is
That's where
started.
the
They
process
declare
is
lately.
important. Yeah.
And it makes things complicated. And one more thing on this topic, if someone opt for physical medical, is there any possibility that his claim can be also rejected, or if people like
See,
something we have a opinion
good
assumption?
question. Very good question. So, see, first of all, you need to understand health reason is not the only reason for claim rejection. Please understand.
Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
I know this point. Yeah,
The claim need not be rejected only on the medical grounds. There may be some other reasons also. Okay.
Can you explain what are the few points?
Yes. So medical reason is a major reason. I do accept that, but that's not the only reason. Say for example, they might not have declared something. Okay, their parents would have died earlier, younger, but while filling up the proposal form, they would have said that their parents died at the age of 80. Okay, so longevity is in question there. Okay, these are some of the reasons. These are exact reasons. Some of the reasons.
One more option, what I remember, the nature of job, like you work in oil and gas field in the seashore, but you did not declare. You declare like you're not
That's
declaring
all.
as a NRI. You declare as
Not
a
giving the
common law.
questionnaires. Not
Then they
giving
can restrict.
questionnaires. These are some of the reasons. Okay, but see, first of all, every company wants to settle the claim, genuine claim. Every company, not only HDFC Life, because if they actually whether you people know or not, every company will have a claim settlement team. Say for example, if a claim is rejected, they should justify that why that particular claim is rejected. At the same time, if the claim is given, they should also give justification on that. Similarly, while increasing the premium also, you would have come across rate up, no? Rate up. You would have found that for 1 lakh of premium, they would have asked you 30,000 or 35,000 or 40,000. This is not a random number. That's not a random number. There is a separate calculation behind that. Justification should be given. Why you have selected 30,500 instead of 30,000? Justification should be given. So that's a whole lot of process behind that. Okay. So if the customer declares everything upfront, okay, and if he is cooperating with all the process of company, then he need not worry about the claims in future. As simple as that.
Honesty is the best policy.
Honesty is the best policy. Yes.
And the funny thing, the suicide is also covered in the term insurance. I heard.
Definitely, not only in term insurance, any insurance suicide is covered.
After 1 year.
After 1 year, it is covered. So if you are going to sell a product, you should tell him if you have any idea of committing suicide, you should wait for 1 year.
1 year, yeah. So what is the logic behind that? Why you are settling the claim for the
suicide? Yeah. So while buying a policy, you may not know for what reason the customer is buying the policy, right? They may have suicidal tendency also. Correct. But the moment you say you need to wait for 1 year, the suicidal tendency will get diluted. You all know that, right? Suicide is a spontaneous reaction. It cannot be planned.
Yeah.
Correct. So if the customer waits for 1 year, then he may lose the tendency to commit suicide. That is the reason. Actually, we are saving the customer.
Unless he is not married.
Oh, say if he is married, then daily he should commit. No, so there's no other way.
Sorry for the bad joke. So I have a question on this. Like the claim settlement, even in the suicide case, it does not mean he will get the sum insured 1 crore. He will cut back the premium what he paid. What he will get if.
No, if he commits suicide between 1 year, first date of commencement and 1 year, only then we will be giving 80% of the premiums he paid. But not once he commits now 1 year means, then we will give the full sum assured.
Okay.
Full sum assured.
Better to delete this part, huh?
You need not delete. See, since we are selling term, it's awareness. It should be discussed actually, because actually you people can save some people. Please understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Right, since they took the policy, reason they might be the suicide, then ultimately the dependent will affect, right?
Affected, get affected. Yes.
We have to be educated. So this is a good point. We have to discuss with people. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Then I'll move on to the next question.
Yes.
So if somebody take the policy already, okay, they have existing policy, considering existing, they want to increase the sum insured in the same policy. Okay. Like they opt for 50 lakh, now they want to opt for additional 1 crore. So can they increase the same current policy, or they need to take the different policy, new policy?
Yeah. So actually they need to take a different policy. I would say, what is the reason behind that? So you all know that we collect premium from the customer, and that is a level premium, right? Level premium, it doesn't change over a period of time, right?
Yeah,
So
constant.
every year the same,
Yes.
it remains constant.
Yeah.
So why it is designed as a constant? Because every other parameter is constant. Correct.
Mm.
So I am assuming other parameters to be constant so that I can design a premium to be constant for the entire premium payment term. Suppose if there is an increase in sum assured, I should collect extra premium, right?
Yeah.
But in level premium, I cannot do that. So contract
Okay.
itself says that the premium should be a level premium. It should not be increased anywhere during the premium payment term. So that is the reason the customer, if he is eligible to take another policy, then he can go for next policy.
So
Okay,
none of
sir.
the policy does not have this provision from
Yeah,
HDFC.
they won't have, because all the insurance companies have level premium concept.
I
Okay.
heard something like that. If someone is
Hmm.
bachelor, after the
Hmm.
marriage, he can increase someone to some level.
That
Then after the
was
first baby, they can get
actually
addition.
by design we had in our previous term plan. Life stage protection, that is called as life stage protection. Okay, it was designed by design itself, it was designed. Okay,
Okay.
but nowadays no company has that protection, and even if they design such a protection, they could not sell that. It is very, very complicated to design premium for that
Okay.
increase sum assured.
Mm.
Okay. So next question, what people will choose, the regular payment or 5 year, 10 year premium payment?
Hmm.
Which will you recommend, sir? I think we already
Yeah.
discussed.
Yeah, it was
Yes.
discussed, Lakshman. We go for
Um,
next one.
Next one. Yes.
okay. Okay. If somebody choose for the yearly payments, quarterly,
Hmm.
half yearly, or monthly payments, will
Hmm.
he get any discount for that if you go for a annual payment in HDFC or
Yeah.
something? Any
Yes.
tax benefit on
Tax
this
benefit is
aspect?
common irrespective of the premium mode. Tax benefit is common. If they are eligible for ATC, then they are eligible for ATC even if they pay on a monthly mode also. But premium payment frequency, no? So they start with annual and if they move on to quarterly or half yearly, there may be some administrative expenses.
Mm.
So by default, all the company will have annual premium mode. Okay.
Yes.
So if someone goes for any other mode other than annual, then he has to pay some extra premium. That is called as modal premium. Okay, extra administrative expenses, they have to pay the extra premium. That is common for everywhere.
So you say people can opt from monthly premium to annual mode
Yeah,
or annual to monthly? They can reverse.
yeah.
Which
Anytime they can change the premium payment frequency if the option is available in that particular policy. Some policy may
okay.
not have the quarterly premium payment frequency.
Mhm.
Okay, some policy may not have monthly. So if that is the case, we cannot do anything. But if they have the option, it can be changed anytime during the policy term.
Okay. So then okay, sir. I'll go to the next question. It maybe looks
Hmm.
wired, but
Hmm.
it's a common man questions. This
Hmm.
kind of doubt also will come. If somebody opt for the pre-exit, like they don't want to continue the policy, can they
Okay.
get some refund, like from the like endowment policy? People who
Hmm.
exit from the paying, they will get
Hmm.
50%, 60%. In that
Yes.
same scenario, is it
Hmm.
available in term insurance?
Yeah, definitely. And for your information, some of the companies, okay, even if they pay for a limited premium payment term, okay, they won't get surrender benefit. But in HDFC Life, if someone goes for limited premium payment term, okay, they have surrender value. If you can refer the illustration, you can see. So in limited premium payment term and single pay, surrender value will be there because customer is paying the premiums upfront, right?
Yes.
Okay, those we should give that provision. For regular, we won't have that in term plan.
Okay.
In regular premium mode, we don't have that. Actually, this is one of the selling pitch for paying the limited premium payment in term plan.
Okay.
Yes.
So how? Okay. So the surrender value. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah, sir.
Carry on.
Yeah,
Lakshman,
Mani.
in which
Yeah.
are the criteria which is
Hmm.
not covered? If a person is not death by the natural death,
Hmm.
by it is an accident, by
Hmm.
natural calamities or
Hmm.
war. There are
Yes.
plenty of options that are there to make some
Yes.
death. So in
Yes.
which are the criteria is not covered under the term insurance?
See, normally, whatever the way the person dies, okay,
Okay.
death cover should be given. That is the rule. That is
Okay.
the reason most of the companies, if you can see, okay, they have a tie-up with a reinsurer.
Okay.
Okay, so why they have give tie-up with the insurer? Because for any other, say for example, war or any act of God, okay, any calamities, premium should be higher for us actually. But
Mm.
company cannot take that. Company pays extra premium for the reinsurer to settle those claims.
Mm.
So
Mm.
any kind of death should be given,
Mm.
provided if it is not voluntary.
Okay.
When it comes to voluntary death, there are certain terms and conditions you can see in the brochure itself.
Mm. Mm.
Voluntary participating in any of the dangerous hobbies, as you can see, no, you would have seen normal terms and condition.
Okay.
Okay.
Will
Other
you
than that,
provide the term insurance for the army people like military, navy, air
definitely,
force? Will you provide or
definitely.
you consider as a risky? Uh,
Actually, in HDFC Life, we have a separate channel called Shaurya channel,
okay.
which we where we sell insurance policies only to the armed forces people.
Great.
That's a
Good.
Okay.
separate channel.
Mm.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Before
Mm.
this
Yes, sir.
training, I completed a training, commando training for those people only.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Shaurya channel
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
can be given.
Oh, okay. Thank you, sir. Haripriya ma'am, do you ask those remaining questions related to the claim settlement?
Lakshman, before moving to
Oh,
that, the person
Ah,
taken policy in India, he
hmm,
moved to abroad, yeah,
okay.
and there is some reason, there are some situation the person got died. So
Hmm.
will they get the claim from India?
Definitely, they will be get the claim provided in the proposal form. Okay, there may be some specific questions which will they would have asked regarding the frequent flyer program. Are you really going to settle in some country? Are you going to travel to such country? Okay, for those questions you would have answered perfectly.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
at the same time, if at all any questionnaire needs to be filled at the time of taking the policy, that should also be filled.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, there may be
Okay.
some separate questionnaires, no, that should have been filled. Okay, then
Okay.
everywhere, wherever he goes, if death happened, that should be given.
Okay. Understood. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
sir, what happens when a policyholder dies within 3 years with a good medical history?
Yeah, we have to give death benefit. We have to give death benefit. Even with see, we are not gods. Please understand. Okay. We cannot say that he has a medical history, then he should die. That's not the case, right? Okay.
But
Even
it's
with a
come,
good,
it's a earlier death claim, na sir.
but they will classify it as an earlier death claim. They will have their own type of investigation for the early death claim because they will see that whether the people have suppressed any facts, whether they have not disclosed any facts related to the policy. So the
Mm.
claim investigation will be different if it is an early claim. That doesn't mean that they should not give the claim,
Mm. Mm. Mm.
right? See, company as insurance business is a long-term business. Okay, they would have assumed that this person will survive for n number of years. But unfortunately, if he dies earlier, we should know the exact reason behind that, right? Where is the problem? Was the problem there with the underwriting team? Was the problem with the medical questionnaire? Was the problem where is the problem? Where was the challenge? And if at all, if everything is right, then they have to settle the claim. That's all. The claim investigation will differ. That's all.
Mm. Mm.
Okay, sir.
And
What are
can
the
you,
riders? Yeah,
yeah, yeah, sir, can
go
you
ahead,
brief
sir.
me the Marriage Women Property Act I heard from
Super.
recently?
So
Can you brief
MWP
me?
Act.
Yeah.
Yes,
Mm.
MWP Act is actually designed during the British period. Okay, those times actually people will marry younger girls. Okay, and they will leave them alone. Okay, they will be having kids and they leave them alone. So that is the purpose that the British have enacted that particular act, Married
Mm.
Women's Property Act. So through this act, they will be getting some benefits from the husband side. But over a period of time, there were so many amendments in the Act. Okay, and particularly for life insurance under Section 6. Okay, which says that if a married person takes an insurance policy, okay, whatever the benefit, be it death benefit or maturity benefit, okay, that will be going only to the trustees of the policy. Trustees in the sense, trustees are wives and children. Okay, for the benefit of wife, and even maturity cannot be enjoyed by the insured person itself. Okay, so why? Because if at all, actually, while enacting the act in the 1872, the reason was different. Okay, destitution was the reason, major reason. But now, so most of the people, they want to secure their money, hard-earned money. They want to secure something for their children and wife. Okay, so by endorsing an insurance policy under MWP Act, okay, all the benefits will be going to the wife and children. Even the creditors cannot claim to that money. Okay.
That means bankers.
Bankers, who are the not necessarily bankers, whoever it is. Okay. Court decree cannot be given. So enforcement direct cannot take the money off. Okay. The husband and wife and children only will be the only person who is going to enjoy that amount.
Okay. Basically, it's a protection of their family.
Yes, family protection.
And suppose in between they divorced, then is it possible to change the nominee?
Yeah. So when between the policy term, okay, if the person has divorced, then the husband-wife relation comes into question.
Yeah.
They are no longer husband and wife. Then there can be some changes in the act. There will be some changes. Okay. So no longer it will be available as long as they've divorced. That means after taking the policy, if they are divorced. But before the taking the policy itself, if they are divorced and if they want to do something for the children and wife, they can do. Okay. So it not necessarily married man only should take that. That is not the case. Even widowed, divorced person, married man, whoever can, he should have had at least children. Okay. If wife has deceased, if he is having only children, then it can be given. It can be given.
But my question is, after divorce, is it possible to change the nominee or not?
Nominee cannot be changed because we are creating a trust actually with the policy at the time of taking the policy, right? In MWP Act, we are creating a trust, right? Unless or until they want to revoke the trust by any other means. As of now, there is no provision to revoke that particular trust. Okay. If at all, if there is any option to revoke the trust, they can do that. Otherwise, you cannot do anything.
Okay. They have to cancel the policy. They have to take the new one. So if they want really.
Yes. But as of now, there is no provision to cancel the trust because trust is created before it is given to wife or children.
Okay. Understood.
Yeah, like you can stop the payment. You can stop the payment and
yeah. There are other means. There may be some other means. Yes.
Yeah. So,
yes, ma'am. Please continue.
Nomination cannot be done. No assignment cannot be done. No assignment can be done in the MWP. Okay, so very powerful.
Yes. Also, it cannot be tied up with.
Yes.
Sir, can I ask?
Ask.
Actually, everyone enable this act or only working category of people or business class of people? Anything specification is there, sir?
See, normally when LIC was actually LIC was the company which was doing this particularly well last 20-25 years. Okay, they predominantly targeted self-employed and businessmen. They predominantly targeted self-employed and businessmen because they wanted to safeguard certain assets and investments. Okay, so now life insurance is also an asset, right? Okay, they take policy. They want to safeguard that particular policy from creditors. Okay, so they will endorse the policy under MWP Act. So either wife or children will be there. You may be knowing, no? So even after divorcing, husband and wife will be living in the same house. Okay, just like that. Okay, for namesake, it is endorsed under MWP Act, but he is the person who will be enjoying that. So For last 20-25 years, self-employed were the targeted segment for this particular MWP Act. That doesn't mean that you should not give to a salaried person or something like that. Okay, if anyone who wants to give something to his wife or children, okay, want to give something to his wife or children, they can take. There is no restriction whether he is a salaried person or a self-employed person. But predominantly, the sales pitch was designed in such a way that it is best suited for self-employed person. Right? Because they were the people who take so much of credits now. They will be having so much of liability. They take loans. Okay. So that is the reason self-employed people were the major targets. But we can also give to salaried person.
One disadvantage on this, if somebody wants to take loan, they can't tie up this term insurance with that policy, right? With that loan.
Yeah, you can. They can do. Actually, see, normally by rule, term insurance policy can be assigned. Okay, can be assigned. But most of the lending institutions, banks or lending institutions, they have their term plan, own term plan. That is called as credit protect plan, mortgage redemption policies. Okay, that's a comparatively cheaper single premium policy. So it is a decreasing kind of policy. That means if outstanding loan comes down, sum assured also comes down. Okay. That is relatively cheaper, and they were tied up with. They would have been tied up with any insurance company for selling that policy. That is why most of the people are not accepting the term plan. But as per rule, term plan can be assigned to a loan.
Okay.
Yes.
What are a surrender value and critical illness benefits, sir? So because yeah, actually we already discussed regarding that surrender value, na sir. It's only we go with a limited premium paying term.
Yes.
If add-on benefits, we added some income benefit rider or critical illness rider, so that premium also available to, applicable to a surrender value, that particular premium amount, or it's applicable only a base premium amount.
It is, see, naturally base policy and rider policy premium are same. The only the benefits are different, because of a supplementary benefit we charge a different premium. But if there is a provision to pay, okay, limited premium in rider, if there is a provision to pay limited premium in rider, then there will be a surrender charge. Surrender charge doesn't relate to a base policy or rider or anything like that. If the customer is paying the premium earlier, then I will be giving a surrender value. As simple as that. If he is paying in a regular mode, be it base policy or rider policy, I cannot give surrender value. Because I am not getting anything upfront, right?
Okay.
Yes.
What are the riders available with term insurance? How to choose them?
So we have two different types of riders. One is underwritten rider. Another one is non-underwritten rider. So all health riders will be underwritten riders. Okay, health rider, critical illness rider, cancer care. So those are underwritten riders that will impact the base policy. Okay, non-underwritten riders, we have accidental death benefit. Okay, income benefit rider. So these are non-underwritten rider. It won't have any impact on the base policy. Only pay an extra premium. It will be added to the policy. All of that. That's all. Okay.
Okay.
So income benefit rider can be added to all the term plan without even asking the customer. Please take note, without even asking the customer, you can add this particular rider. Okay. So it will be beneficial for the customer. Premium is also comparably very low. In some cases, it is only in hundreds. Okay.
Okay. Yes. What is the extra payout on accidental death?
See, when someone chooses extra life or accidental disability rider, okay, and if the person dies through accidental means, okay, normally actually on death I will be giving one sum assured as a death benefit to the nominee, but since he died through accidental means, I will be giving one extra death benefit. एक मिनट ஒரே நிமிஷம். Yeah.
ஹரிப்ரியா மேடம், கொஞ்சம் இந்த கிளைம் ப்ராசஸ் ஸ்டார்ட்
Yes, sir.
பண்றது எப்படி, அந்த மாதிரி கேள்விலாம் கொஞ்சம் கேளுங்களேன். கிளைம்
Yeah, okay,
இனிஷியேட்
okay,
பண்றது, ஒரு ஆள் இறந்துட்டா அவங்க ஃபர்ஸ்ட் யாரை காண்டாக்ட் பண்ணணும், இல்ல என்ன காண்டாக்ட்
Okay.
நம்பர்?
லக்ஷ்மண்,
Okay, fine, sir.
இந்த போர்ஷன்லாம் கட் பண்ணிடுறோம், ஒன்றும் பிரச்சனை இல்லை. ஹரிப்ரியா, நீங்க கேள்வி கேட்கும்போது கேமரா பார்த்து கேட்கணும். அப்புறம் மொபைலை டிஸ்டர்ப் பண்றீங்க,
Okay.
அதுவும் பண்ணக்கூடாது. ஏன்னா இது
Okay, sir.
பப்ளிக் ஃபோரமுக்கு போறது. கொஞ்சம்
Okay, fine, sir.
கேமராவை கரெக்டா வைங்க. உங்க
Okay, sir.
பாதி கேமரா தான், பாதி முகம் தான் தெரியுது. அந்த மாதிரி கொஞ்சம் வெளியில வைக்கணும். நம்ம மட்டும் 3 பேரும் பேசுறோம்னா ஓகே, எப்படினாலும் பேசலாம். பட் இது பப்ளிக் போகும்போது கொஞ்சம்.
Okay, fine, sir.
வெறித்தனமான யூடியூபரா மாறிட்டீங்க பண்ணிட்ட.
பர்ஃபெக்ஷன் வேணும் இல்லைங்க
மேம்? கொஞ்சம் முறைச்சி பார்த்துட்டே இருக்கீங்க, கொஞ்சம் சிரிச்ச மாதிரி இல்ல.
நாங்க கேள்வி கேக்குறோம் பாலிசி.
இல்ல சார்,
இதெல்லாம் கட் பண்ணி எடுத்துறலாம் லக்ஷ்மண். இதெல்லாம்
இல்ல, அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் இந்த பாயிண்ட் சொன்னேன்.
நீங்க கேள்வி கேட்கும்போது ஒரு என்ன சொல்றதுன்னா படிச்சுட்டு கேக்குற மாதிரி இருக்கு ஹரிப்ரியா. கொஞ்சம் நீங்க உங்க மைண்ட் தாட் ப்ராசஸ்ல இருந்து கேக்குற மாதிரி கேட்கணும்.
ஓகே ஃபைன் சார்.
ஓகே, நீங்க கண்டினியூ பண்ணுங்க. ஓகே, உங்க क्वेश्चन ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுங்க.
யா, எக்ஸ்ட்ரீம் சாரி, ஒரு அர்ஜென்ட் ரெக்வயர்மென்ட். I thought 6 o'clock முடிஞ்சிருச்சு. So that's why.
Oh, sorry sir.
Yeah, you can.
No, 4 question தான் சார்.
Okay, no.
Okay. Sir, and we need to know what is the procedure to initiate the claim, sir? Who need to contact or directly come to a branch? How it's to initiate the claim?
Yeah. First of all, for initiation of the claim, so I am getting echo. Before the initiating claim, intimation of the claim is very, very important.
Okay.
Please understand. As quickly as possible, claim should be intimated. Okay. However way, you can go to the office directly, or whether to the phone, or you can intimate the advisor. Okay, however way, you can intimate through online mode also. HDFC Life site also through you can intimate. First, intimation is important because it all starts from the date of intimation. Rest of the process you will be getting support. Okay, you can download the claim form, okay, from the website itself. But immediately after intimating the claim, you will be having a call from the head office or claims team on further process.
Okay.
So they will start helping out. So claim intimation is very, very important in the claim settlement process. Okay, it's
as early as possible, basically.
As early as possible.
Any TAT time is there, sir? Within 60 days or 90 days, any TAT time is there to submit the claim?
See, for submitting the documents, we do have TAT time. But for intimating the claim, there is no TAT time now. See, earlier the intimation, earlier the claim. That is the logic. Okay. See, some might have died 6 months ago, but you might not known about this death. Okay, only after 6 or 7 months you would have known about that. Then immediately you have to intimate the claim. It doesn't mean that you should have intimated the claim immediately after the death. That is not the case.
Okay. Sir, one more thing. Actually, the person have the policy and he died, but the family members does not know what he's having. Okay. So later stage they found it. For example, after 6 months, after 1 year, they found something is there to claim it. Is it possible to claim?
Definitely. Definitely. See, there are so many unclaimed amounts in all the life insurance companies. Please understand, this is the reason. Okay. Unclaimed amounts means because they don't know whether they are her husband or wife or whoever taken the policy or not. We could not even trace them actually.
Okay. So one more question related to this. Now recently HDFC acquired Exit company, right?
Yes.
So
Exit Life.
Like Exit Life. So if one company is acquiring another company, this customer care contact number is it changing or it will be the same for those companies?
Yeah. So whichever company which acquires the life insurance company, okay, They will take care of this. That means all the contact number will be changed and all the customers will be intimated on that.
Intimated on that.
Okay, they will be intimated on that by default. Because they have to enter all those customers into this company's main software, no? So they will be given intimation. Also.
Okay, sir. And finally, last question: how a claim is rejected and why? How to avoid it, sir?
So the only way to avoid a claim is that sell it right. Or from customer's perspective, buy it right. That is the only way. Because no company will devise a reason to reject the claim. Please understand. No company, not necessarily HDFC Life, no company will design a reason to reject the claim. Okay. So sell it right or buy it right, everything will be fruitful, smooth. That's all.
Sir, at the nutshell, why the customer has to choose the HDFC instead of other companies? Do you have any edge of this in your policies?
Exactly. Good. So you all know that insurance is a long-term product. So long-term product and insurance is a long-term business too. Correct? The long-term sustainability of a company is paramount importance. First of all, right? Leave alone whether they are getting so many profit or not. That's second way. How long will they sustain in the industry? So how can you derive that? How can you say that a company will sustain for a longer term? It can be seen from certain experiences. One is that when a company is in a position to buy a profitable life insurance company, that is one of the major reasons that you should trust that company. Consolidation. Okay, consolidate, because after 10, 15, 20 years, you cannot find 24 life insurance companies in India. Please understand. Hardly 5 companies. And only the company which buys a life insurance company will have the reason to survive for longer term. This is one major reason. Second one, we have a excellent track record of generating profits. Since the time we started generating profits till this time, we never missed even a year. And for especially each and every year, we are increased our profit ratio. PAT, profit after tax, no, it has been increasing each and every year. And one another reason, as I said, insurance is a long-term business, right? If any company which survives for more than 25 years, okay, that's a rule. If it survives the first 25 years, they can survive the next 100 years. Because it's very, very difficult to survive the first 25 years. Because extremely capital intensive business. Okay, very many companies could not survive just because without income, they have to infuse more capital into the business. But we have come into a position that we have started generating in returns. Okay, and we have started buying insurance companies.
Understood. So in the term insurance segment, who is the market leader? I'm just to forget about timely for ULIP and endowment policy.
Okay.
The term insurance, who is the leader and what is the HDFC stakes?
See, as I said earlier, term insurance are predominantly sold by private life insurance companies only. So LIC's role is very, very, very negligible. Yes. Okay, so we can leave the LIC. Okay. Even in term private life insurance company, only the top 5 companies actually push the term insurance policy. So please remember, other companies may have a very good term plan, but they should have a necessary infrastructure to sell a term plan. You know that term plan should have necessary infrastructure, right? You need to have diagnostic center to tie up with diagnostic center. You need to have a separate underwriting team, everything. Okay, so not very many companies have that. So top 5 companies have a very good term plan, and to some extent they also push term plan. So in the top 5, we are also on the top. Why? Because as a whole, okay, in the month of December 2021, you won't believe 71% of total industry's term request came for HDFC Life. 71%. So we are the front runner as far as term plan is concerned. That doesn't mean that we are the only person selling.
Yeah, I understood.
There are other companies, they also sell. Okay. But we are the front runner. Okay. We settled 2 lakh claims last quarter actually. 2 lakh claims, COVID claims. Despite giving 2 lakh number of claims, total claims will be going on hundreds of crores.
Okay. As you said, for the infrastructure in Saudi region, preferably the Middle East region, only you have some diagnostic center in the Dubai, I hope. I think Madam aware. But is it possible to give the recommendation to your management to provide the center in the Saudi also? Because there are so many Indians who are working here and deliberately they need the time policy. We don't have the facility to make some medical test. So if possible, you can just put the request to your management and make some tie-up with any big hospital, so that so many people can be take some advantage on that. Yeah, this is my request.
Very valid request, but already people from Kerala has given that request.
Anyway, a request is a request, common request.
They have already given that request. Yeah, not I don't mean in that way. Already the request was given from that side, and people they are working on that. Because please see, the cost of medicals in India is comparatively cheaper, as you may be knowing that, right? Okay, so that is the reason we are interesting that let the people take medical test in India. Okay, but if the people could afford take a test abroad, because we are not going to reimburse the medical test cost, right? If they could afford, then they can choose. See, actually, we are accepting medical tests taken from some other hospitals also. So we may be knowing. See, if it is within 3-6 months, no, we are accepting that. The only challenge is that whatever the medical test we are requesting, that might not have been done by them. That is the reason. Otherwise, we do accept the medical test done within 6 months. We have that particular option.
Okay.
Yes.
Sir, I have only last question from my side. Do you have any specific policy for the critical illness only? Instead of choosing rider, any policy like a cover, I can choose critical illness.
See, in life insurance company, we cannot sell a critical illness rider as a separate product. Okay. So only general insurance company can do that. In life insurance company, it should be added as a rider. Okay, it's a fixed term plan, right? So critical illness rider cannot be taken as a standalone product. Only cancer care can be taken as a standalone product.
Okay. My opinion on this critical illness, I want to register it here. Okay. For the term insurance, my opinion, I will take only up to 60 years until I'm earning and I have a dependent, or if I have a liabilities. That I'm agreed with you.
Exactly.
But the critical illness, the point of the possibility of having critical illness comes in the later age.
Yes.
So if I choose the critical illness with the term insurance, then I have to increase my policy term for a longer time. Probably 75 or 85 also I need to choose.
Exactly.
So if I make it separate, I will go for a separate term insurance and separate critical illness. Then my premium will be less. And critical illness also will be cover the longer time period.
Yes. See, your wish is good. Even I also wish like that. But there is some practical difficulty in that. See, as I said earlier, critical illness rider is a health rider. Okay.
Yeah.
So designing and determining the premium for health rider is very, 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 very challenging. So that is why I don't know, morbidity is very, very dynamic. You cannot design say for example, next 5 years, this should be the premium. We cannot design like that. That is why every 3 years it can be changed. So these are only practical challenges. Otherwise, as you said, logically, there is no reason to deny that. Okay. Hopefully, company can come up with such a request in due course of time. They can come up. But premium will be challenging. See, of course, end of the day, customer also says that why you are charging higher premium. Say, for example, for rebalance option, it's a very good option. You all know that. Rebalance. We are giving increasing premium. But obviously, if I am giving increasing premium for increased age, means premium should be on the higher side. Logic works out like that, right?
Yeah.
But customer says that why you are charging higher premium? What to do? These things happen. That is the only reason.
Yeah,
Okay, but they may come. Companies may come with such a product. It all depends on premium factoring. That is very important, right? Affordability. Okay. Yeah.
Sir, without any disturbance, you can talk to our public, like the viewers from your side. Whatever you want to convey, just convey without any other disturbance. You can start now.
Yeah. Yeah, viewers, see, my only request for you people is that if you are eligible to take a term plan, please take it now. Going forward, term plans are going to be extremely costly. Okay. So and even if you want to take term plan at the later ages, okay, your health condition, your financial condition may not work out. It may not be helpful for you to take a term plan. Okay. Savings, investments, we have so many options. We can take savings, any number of savings plan, any savings investment options, anytime. But term plan should be taken immediately when someone talks about term plan. Okay. As long as someone has not talked about term plan, you need not take. But when someone has talked about term plan, you have to take it immediately. Okay, that is my humble request for you people, because you will be having dependents. You have to take care of your dependents. Okay, when you are not there, okay, your dependents, your wife, children, etc., they should also have enjoy this same standard of living. Okay. Yeah, that is the message for you people.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
So, I want to conclude with a final note from my side. So thanks a lot for your time. I learned many things. It's really true. Learning never ends. From this conversation, I get a lot of knowledge from you. Thanks for your time, and I will thank Haripriya Madam also for your continuous support for me, and also she make this meeting available. She did a lot of effort, coordinated with everyone. Thank you for that your support, ma'am. And as
Thank
usual,
you, sir.
Manidan is my friend. We do this for a long time. We're discussing this one. So thank you, Manidan.
Thank you. Sir, thank you for your time. You spent around 2.5 hours with us. It's extremely helpful for us, at least preferably for our viewers as well as our friends and circle. So definitely it is mandatory video. It is not a commercial impact on that video. So purely it is an awareness video. We thought long back, but now it has happened fruitfully. So thank you for your team being the HDFC. I congrats for your future as well, you and Haripriya ma'am. So thank you for your time. Thank you guys.
Yeah. So thanks a lot. And all the very best for your future endeavors. Hopefully, okay, hundreds and hundreds of term plans will be coming to HDFC Life sooner or later from your team. Okay.
Hopefully.
All the very best. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.